so freaking close. How many close calls are we gonna have before it happens? So I'm headed back into the public ground today. I've got two options that I'm gonna roll with. Both of them are sort of off the wall. I don't know, I kind of got mixed emotions. That's a weird way to end my Kansas journey.
You might look a little rough.
Huh?
So you might look a little rough.
I feel a little rough. I could definitely use a shower.
Then we can kill it.
Just a beaten man. But we're not. We're absolutely not giving up. We're back where it all began. We drove 2 hours to go back to the spot where we had our first encounter on opening day, in hopes that that buck or one of the other bucks wants to use that draw again tonight. This is a really good area. There's a lot of milo. We glassed up a lot of deer here when we were scouting before the season opened. Feels like a fitting way to end it, you know, back where we started. I'm excited for tonight. I feel like we're gonna see something. So, fingers crossed we can close the distance and make it happen. I think I get like right here. Let's see it. If he or another one of these deer wants to take this draw, they're in trouble. Right here, another one coming. Right here. Another one coming right behind her. They didn't blow, but I'm sure they caught a whiff of us. I mean, our wind is going pretty much wherever they came from. They're probably gonna go down that ditch. I'm glad they're out of here before that buck, a buck gets up. For sure. That's a big buck, dude. That might be, I don't know, that's a big deer. He just popped up and started pounding through. He was running towards us and he dropped into a ditch. I don't see him anymore. It was a big deer, dude. Yes. Sun's going down and our confidence is plummeting. We've got nothing to lose right now, and we got running out daylight quick. Let's run this drainage down. There's 2 bucks down here. I can only see one. I want to check out what the other one is. If we blow them out, doesn't matter. We're leaving tomorrow anyways. Those are the big ones. Those are the ones we were after.
Still see. That's a big deer.
I mean, they're kind of coming towards us.
You think we can get over there and cut them off?
We might get a chance at these deer. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Let's go. many close calls are we gonna have before it happens?
That's crazy.
Dude, those were huge.
Yeah.
Did you see the one in the back?
Oh, Mondo, bro.
I was trying to range, and I couldn't even see through my rangefinder. I can't see my pins. It's after shooting the light. I know that we have had a tough time in here, but it has not been for lack of effort, and we have had a lot of really cool memories to take home, even if we don't get a deer. That's not a bad night to end off in Kansas. We still got one more morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just all over the place. All right, I am now all alone. Cody had to take off, so it's just me. I extended my flight another 3 days. I didn't have it in me to leave, not when we're this close. So this spot and stalking a deer in Kansas has always been like a dream thing of mine, and I didn't have it in me to leave. So my plan is to hopefully make that little hunt dream of mine come true, and I'm gonna strap a GoPro to my head. I'm gonna film as much as I can on this main camera, but my priority is to hopefully put one down, and I'm gonna basically just strap a GoPro to my head. It's not gonna be as good a footage as if Cody was here, obviously, but it may end up being some pretty cool footage. I don't know. So from here on out, it's gonna be probably pretty broken up, but I am here to get it done, and I'm having a hard time sticking to my plan of leaving a couple days ago. I've now extended my trip again. I'm not leaving. So we're headed there this morning. I'm gonna bury myself. I'm gonna get up in the Milo, get in there with them. I'm full court press, and see if I can't make a move on them early. Alright guys, I'm leaving the main camera behind. I'm just gonna run the GoPro, and I'm just gonna freaking run after this deer. I think I can work this Milo edge. And I think this is the deer I had the first encounter with the first afternoon on opening day. He's out in that opening, there's some does in front of him. He might work this ravine that kind of goes this way. Maybe I can get lucky, cut him off. I got plenty of daylight, and he's in a place that I can see him. Sorry, this is not gonna be the best footage. I'm leaving the camera. I'm gonna try and kill this freaking deer. I don't know how far I just ran. A long ways. But I might have just figured something out. This buck is definitely the buck that I had the encounter with opening day, and I just found his water hole. I'm watching him drink water right now. There's too many deer around and it's too open for me to make a move on this deer. I thought when I was gonna crest this hill, he was gonna be right here, but he had moved on to go get water. So I didn't booger anything, but I might have just figured something out here. gonna just sit here until dark and watch them and then slip out. When the cows are that huddled around water, you know it's hot. And I think these deer have got the same mindset as those cows. I think it's so hot. My car says 100 degrees right now. Yesterday it said 103. I think the first thing these deer are doing when they're getting up in the afternoons after laying in the sun all day in this Milo is that they are dying of thirst. That's exactly what these deer did yesterday. Was they got up and they went to this water hole that I found last night. So I'm headed back into the public ground today. I've got two options that I'm going to roll with. Both of them are sort of off the wall. One is there's a old water tank out there that I believe I can hide in. And the other thing is I'll actually climb up into the top of the windmill. I think that these deer are used to motion up at the top of that windmill. I think they're used to noise up there. I also think that these Kansas deer are very locked in on ground predators and they almost never look up. So I'm kind of thinking the best option, and I think it could work, is to get up into the top of this windmill and basically just wait till they come to the water hole to drink tonight. If there's too much wind, I'll tie off the blades where it's not gonna be spinning, but if it's just too much wind, I'm gonna sit in that empty water tank that's, you know, probably 40 yards from the full water tank. So those are my two options. We're headed out today, or we're headed out now, and hopefully if these deer what they did last night, we might finally get it done in Kansas. In the windmill, baby. Honestly, I think this could really work. This is like, I've got it where it's like breaking up my backdrop. This literally could not be more perfect. If he comes in tonight, he is dead. And this will be the most epic hunt of my life. Oh man. I'm very safely attached to this windmill. I shut the blades off from down low. I've got the blades tied off here. This thing cannot spin. These blades cannot move. I am tethered in with a rope to the base of this windmill. I got my bow hanging on a screw right here. We are set, baby. This is crazy. Oh man, this is gonna be epic. I can see for a long ways too, so if he shows up, we'll be watching him coming. That's for sure. We better make the first one count. I just dropped my quiver and I ain't going down to get it. The deer are on their feet, and I'm gonna film as much as I can on this main camera, but as soon as the action starts happening, I'm just putting this GoPro on my head and letting that do the rest. it's the next morning. Last night's sit was awesome. Had that little buck come in, start drinking right down from me. No clue in the world I was there. And then I had not the buck that I saw the day before, but I had another really big buck come in, and I didn't film any of this because I put the main camera up. Again, I'm in kill mode at this point. I just had the GoPro on my head, and whatever happens happens from the filming perspective. And buck come in, this little buck and this big buck start sparring with each other kind of out in this field at probably like 80 yards or something like that, and plenty of daylight. They start to come my way. A truck drives by on this road that probably hadn't seen a truck in several days. And that buck sat there and hung up and watched that truck, watched the road. Sat there for probably 5 minutes, started to ease my way again. Another truck comes down the road, same thing. He sat there and watched. And long story short, for the third time now, running out of shooting light or before shooting light in the morning has now cost me, and didn't get an opportunity at that deer just because it was too dark. So I'm changing up this morning. I'm headed back to that piece of public. Obviously there's some good deer there, but what I'm going to do this time is, I know that in the evenings they're coming out into that milo. This morning I'm going to cut them off going back into their bedding. So I'm just going to go in there and kind of hope for the best. Again, I'm probably going to leave the main camera behind. I'm just going to strap a GoPro to my head, see if I can't catch some of these deer coming from the feeding and the milo back into their bedding. This is literally my last morning in Kansas, and I haven't hardly filmed anything because I've just been walking and glassing. I've already filmed 1,000,000 minutes of that. And I'm just walking through this piece of public on my way back to my car. I was like, what the heck is that? It's a huge buck. Oh my word. That is a very nice deer. That's a shame. I don't know, I kind of got mixed emotions. That's a weird way to end my Kansas journey. I definitely I'm excited to come back in late October, November, because I'm gonna do some really aggressive rattling, maybe use some decoys. Kansas has been a absolute, just to me, probably one of the coolest adventures I've ever been on. I've learned a lot. This is a brand new place to me. And so there was anywhere new you go, there's gonna be a really big learning curve and learning experience. Had a lot of encounters, a lot of big deer encounters. 3 different times, just getting too dark or not getting light in the morning kept us from opportunities on 3 different bucks that were every bit of 150 or better. Opening night, had that deer kind of skirt around us, jumped that one out of the milo field at like 10 yards. So it's been a really good time, and I'm very, very, very excited to come back. Oh, then the last thing I'll say too is, as I'm just kind of growing and maturing as a hunter and as a human being, it's not always about the kill. I didn't kill a deer this trip, and this is honestly probably one of the most fun trips I think I've ever had deer hunting. And to me, it is about the journey, the experience, the people. That is what hunting is about. Sad way to go out, but I'm excited to get back here.